The Lego Movie 2, the second part, is just around the corner, so let's do a recap of the Lego Movie. The top 3 things you should remember going into the Lego Movie 2. What are some things you think should be remembered before watching this sequel? Let's talk about that in the comments. Welcome to Durbania. I'm Durbin, and I'm trying something new. So we got a sequel coming out here real soon, the Lego Movie 2, the second part. So I thought it would be fun to go back to the first Lego Movie and do a review of it. Something I'm just calling like the top 3 things to remember. So what are the top 3 things to remember about the Lego Movie before diving into the Lego Movie 2, the second part? Let's have a discussion about that in the comics and dive in. In the comics? Did I say comics? Let's have a discussion about that in the comments, and let's dive in. Number 3, Emmitt is the special.
A special one with face of yellow will make the piece of resistance found and be the greatest, most interesting, most important person of all time.
But if you thought Star Wars The Last Jedi was an audience expectation subverting thing, well then this one really is too. Because the idea of the special was somebody that was so incredibly special, so incredibly interesting. Basically everybody imagined these crazy, wild skills and abilities, things beyond imagination, and said whoever is that way after fighting the piece of resistance, this person must be the special. But they were so bent on finding something incredibly spectacular and extraordinary that they failed to see what was special about the quote-unquote ordinary. That Emmitt, a generic Lego piece, a generic thing that likes the most popular songs, that likes the most popular overpriced coffee, that is probably the most generic of generic pieces you could get and only follows the instructions, so not very imaginative. Who would have thought that that was the special? Which leads to the ultimate audience expectation subverting moment that the entire prophecy of the special was 100% made up by Morgan Freeman's little Lego piece. The special is somebody who's special because they believe that they are special, because they can look within themselves and find something special to offer. Even the most quote-unquote ordinary people are extremely special and valuable and have something to offer. You know that stupid idea of the, bunk bed couches that he came up with, the double-decker couch?
So everyone could watch TV together and be buddies!
That is literally the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Let me handle this. That idea is just the worst.
Yeah, when the team of master builders built their whole entire underwater submarine and it couldn't hold and it blew up, what survived? The double-decker couch. When the bad guys were looking in the debris for survivors, they overlooked the double-decker couch because they thought it was a dumb idea. Turns out the dumbest idea was the one that didn't blow up and the one that the bad guys couldn't identify. So it turns out that even in the most ordinary ideas, there's something extraordinary. And so don't forget that. Totally made-up prophecy. Emmitt is special because he believes in his heart that he's special. Wildstyle's ex-boyfriend is Batman. Now, what's so interesting about this, and I think it's important to remember, is probably because, I don't know, they might have some fun with the fact that she used to date Batman, and they might crack some jokes about her dating Batman, but isn't it interesting that she thought she was the special and wanted to be the special, and was so bent on being the special that she even went and looked for a boyfriend that was so special? Somebody unique, deep, and artistic, and dark.
This is real music, Emmitt. Batman's a true artist. Dark, brooding.
Well, I'm dark and brooding too!
Guys, look, a rainbow!
An interesting observation, here she was so bent on being with somebody special and looking for somebody special that she overlooked somebody special, and it turns out Emmitt was really that unique personality carved out just for her. This whole movie is actually about a father and son. It's about a brilliant father who built magnificent Lego cities and just super crazy glued it down just so it could all look nice. And it's about a horrible, rebellious child who refuses to listen to his parents and destroys all of his... Wait, what? Oh, that's... Oh, sorry. I guess I had it backwards. It's about a father who so wanted to be special and feel like he was something special and wanted to hang on to his childhood and his imagination that when he bought these childhood toys, he built the most ordinary things imaginable out of them. In that grasp to hold on to his childhood, he actually forgot what it meant to have those toys to begin with. And so the movie is ultimately about a father and son. A son who wants to use his imagination and play with toys the way they ought to be played with. Be inspired by what his dad has done and created and make his own creations. And the father sees that imaginativeness in his son's eyes and is reminded what a childlike imagination is really about and what toys are really meant for. So, as we get closer here to the Lego Movie 2, the second part, what things do you think are important to remember before going into the sequel? Let's talk about that here in the comments, and while you're there, hit that subscribe button to become a Durbanian and hit the bell by the subscribe button so you're notified for my next recap video or theological analysis, movie review, ranking video, or anything else I do here. I'm Durbin. Thanks for checking out Durbania.